avid readers, book nerds, or casual observers. Welcome to the read-along brought to you by the Lit Round Table. I'm Anna.
And I'm Joseph, and this is our discussion of the Lies of Locke Lamora, Book 1 of the Gentleman Bastard series by Scott Lynch. So next, we'll talk about Chapter 6 and 7.
Yes.
For Lies of Locke Lamora. For those of you that couldn't see, Anna just did some fun wavy thing with her hands.
And by those of you that couldn't see, he means all of you.
Everyone but me.
Yeah.
Just so you know what's going on behind the scenes. Honestly, I'm excited to talk about.
I am excited.
Gentleman Bastards.
So as you know, I take notes while I'm reading so that I remember what to talk about.
Sure.
I only took one note this week.
Whoa.
And it's the one that I sent you a picture of. Because a couple of nights ago, Joseph texted me and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I just finished Chapter 6 and the interlude." And I was like, "Oh, I need to do that. I'm just getting started." And then a matter of minutes later.
It literally takes 2-3 pages.
Not even.
Yeah.
I had scribbled on my piece of paper. Should we spoil this?
Spoiler warning, if you haven't read, skip ahead.
Maybe I'll just say there's a character death.
I feel like we can't just... How are we going to even talk about...
I don't know.
I don't think we can avoid it.
Okay. So my note was, "Nazca's dead?" ? In big letters. And I took a picture of it and sent it to Joseph. And it would seem that yes, she is very dead.
Which is really sad because in the last podcast we were talking about how we were so looking forward to more scenes with her.
Yeah.
And she seems like such a cool character, and we really, she's the daughter of a fantasy mafia don, and she seems super smart and cool and just really interesting. And then she got killed.
She's super dead.
By the Grey King.
Yeah. Which I'm laughing at, but it's not funny.
It was super sad.
It was very upsetting. And
Super
it's very
sad.
upsetting for all the characters, too.
Yeah. She was well liked.
Yeah.
And nobody took that well.
That's pretty much Chapter 6.
Uh-huh. Pretty much. That's the main takeaway from Chapter 6. And then Locke he's in kind of a pickle because he was asked by the Grey King in the previous chapter to meet with Kappa Barsavi for him, posing as him. Mm-hmm. But now that Nazca's dead, Kappa Barsavi is like, "I want you to be there when I confront the Grey King.
And we're going to kill him."
Yeah, we're going to kill him we're going to kill him so hard. We're going to kill him good.
Yeah.
And Locke's like, "Okay, yep, I'll totally do that." And now it's pretty much just trying to figure out how he's going to be two places at once. So
yeah,
it was an interesting chapter. In the interlude, we learned more about Jean's upbringing with the Gentleman Bastards.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say, not so much about his time before.
No, just his time training with the Gentleman Bastards.
Yes.
After he joined, since he's kind of he's an interesting role. He's like brain and brawn. He's both.
He's apparently more brawn, though.
Yeah, but he's
apparently.
He's very math smart.
Yes.
He's like he's like an accountant that's also an MMA fighter.
Yes.
That's kind of the impression I have of Jean.
Yeah.
Which I'm into. I'm into that weird character combination. Mm-hmm. So we learned about how he learned to fight. Well, who he learned from. The creepy roses, the rose garden, which the roses are all made of elder glass. And if they prick you, they'll suck your blood out. Yeah, it was weird.
Vampire glass flowers.
Yeah, super trippy.
Yeah.
And interesting. But so we learned a little bit about him, and then in Chapter 7, that was... Remind me of Chapter 7, because I read ahead, so I'm trying to remember where the break was.
7 is all about Locke trying to get out of having to be on the Kappa's side, since he is going to be dressed up as the Grey King.
Right.
So that chapter, they come up with a plan to get him out of it. It's really basic, but it works like a charm. Mm-hmm. And then they accidentally get this one lady in trouble. It's not super important, but it was a very funny scene.
It was probably the most humorous scene so far.
Yes, because they're trying to climb down the outside of this building, and they catch a lady's lover trying to do the same thing, and then they all freak out. The lady and the other dude freak out and cause a ruckus.
And they were all like too heavy for the pipe, and then the pipe
no,
breaks
it was just
off.
trellis. It was just like garden trellis,
and
which
then,
is not sturdy stuff.
No, and then that breaks off the wall.
Yeah.
And then they have to jump into the lady's room to keep from falling.
Mm-hmm.
And then her husband walks in to her with 2 other dudes in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a mess.
A train wreck.
Yeah.
But very entertaining to read.
Yeah. And that was pretty much the whole chapter. They were shorter this week.
Yeah. We did also see him preparing to be the Great King. We got to see some of the stuff with him, or with the makeup and all the cool stuff they can do with that. Just really, really well done stage makeup, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
Really realistic. So, yeah. And then the chapter ended with them heading out to meet with Kappa Barsavi, with him as the Grey King. And, yeah. That's where it'll pick up in the next chapter.
Right. And in that interlude, we learned about how Locke is going out to a farm to learn some farming skills. Yeah. Apparently. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because who knows if you'll have to impersonate someone of a lowly station.
Was that the motivation?
Yeah, that's what Shane said. Yep. But, so it was pretty interesting stuff. The main takeaway was just that Nazca's dead now, which is very disappointing. Very sad.
I know, because we were so looking forward to like, oh my gosh, how are they going to get out of this arranged marriage thing? And now they don't have to.
No, they don't. But then it was, how does Locke get out of being in 2 places at once?
Right.
And they figured that out. And he's not with the Kappa because he basically played hooky.
Very convincingly.
Yeah.
By actually making himself sick.
Lots of vomit.
Yes.
Lots of vomit.
Yeah. Ugh.
Super gross.
Yeah.
And so I know what happens in the next chapter.
Okay, well,
I'm super excited for you to read it.
Okay. Fair.
I won't say anything.
Thank you.
I'm super excited for you to read it. And that concludes today's discussion on the Lies of Locke Lamora. Look forward to our next discussion. Until then, happy reading.